impressed. Pretty impressed with that.
Yo, I'm here with my 6th episode of my prep series now. I'm only 7 weeks out. Last week I came in at my lightest, and I also gave you the blueprint of how to best grow your calves. So if you want to change your chicken legs for some big calves, then you can go watch that just there. This week I'm going to be going straight into my check-ins, and then after my check-ins I'm going to be reviewing some of the stuff that I've spoke about previously, which mainly is going to be the flotation therapy and how exactly that went, and did it benefit me, what were the benefits if there was any, and if you think that you should be doing it. So without any further ado, I'm going to go straight into this week's check-ins. So as you can see, I'm actually back at home for this one, so the lighting's going to be slightly different from the last two, but again, I am moving in the right direction. This week I came in at my new lightest, which was 84.5, and the pictures do reflect that. I'm looking like leaner again, slightly drier. If you can recognise between video to video, you'll see that there is more definition coming out. I'd say mainly from my legs. So my energy is up and down like a roller coaster at the minute. You have to bear with me for these next however many weeks videos, because I'm trying to keep the energy there whilst being on this roller coaster. So in between meals my energy does drop quite a bit, and I feel like very sluggish, and then I'll have a meal and I can literally feel when my body is metabolising that food and giving me that energy from them calories, which is something I didn't realise would be the case when I started on prep. So having said that, I am currently waiting for my bagel fin and my 110 grams of raw chicken and 10 grams of lettuce to kick in, as I had that about 25 minutes ago, and I've worked out that 25 minutes is about the period for these meals to metabolise and give me the energy from that. So I just want to mention, I know a lot of you already know that out there, but I've been working around a lower back injury for the best part of a year now, adapting my training and stuff in and around not antagonising that injury, making it any worse. I've been, for the last couple of months, I've been doing a couple of things that I would have been worried to do at the start, which is chiropractic and acupuncture. Both of them things I was completely against previously, because I didn't want people sticking a load of needles into me, for one, and also I didn't like the idea of being pulled and pushed in such a way that it's like making my body crunch unnaturally. But having said that, and been going to these sessions, it actually has eased. So the chiropractor it's released my back a little bit and the tension, and for sure the acupuncture has actually been helping with the muscle tension, because what was happening in the gym, as I've got a central mechanical injury, two large muscles supporting the lower back would cramp up as soon as I was doing anything under pressure or anything where I've hinged over. They would literally cramp up so tight to protect the injury that the muscle pain itself was then stopping me from doing exercises, and it became more painful than the actual mechanical injury itself. Have been doing these acupuncture sessions, it does actually help with that releasing of the muscle slightly, so I'm actually able to push a bit harder in the gym and do things that I once would not have been able to do. So if you're thinking about, or you've been offered acupuncture or any of these methods, it's not out there to hurt you even more, it's out there to actually give you the benefits that they're saying, and maybe you should actually give it a go and just brave it if you've actually got a genuine injury, because this will just help with recovery. So following that and staying on the side of recovery, I have mentioned this before, but I'm not sure if I put it into a video. I'm literally just started doing a study for myself where I've brought an inversion table, or a spine decompression table some people call it, where you sit on this plank on this table and have your feet locked in, and basically you just flip upside down, so the gravity is pulling the opposite way to which it's always doing. So essentially it's just going to allow your spine to actually decompress, because there's not really many opportunities in the day where your spine is going to decompress like that. I've seen mixed reviews on it. I've seen some reviews saying that because it decompressed their spine so much, they actually gained height. I'm not talking inches, you're not going to go into a 7-foot giant, but I'm talking like a centimetre or two. And if I could gain height for a centimetre or two because of using this, I definitely wouldn't mind that. So I'm going to do my own study. I'm going to collate all of the videos and the footage and everything that I've recorded into one video and push it out once I've finished it. So I'm going to be doing it every single day in August. I'll collate it all and show you my results, if it was good, if it was bad, if I actually did gain in size, or is it only momentarily whilst the spine's been decompressed. But I'll push that out afterwards, probably the start of September. So, as promised, my review of the sensory deprivation tank, i.e. the flotation therapy. If you don't know what it is, then you can pop and watch this video here first, where I sort of explain what it is or what I believe it to be, and then come back here for the review. So in short, it was very good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'll explain exactly what the procedure of it is and what the benefits I gained from it, and what some of the benefits that you can gain from it just in general, and what I was explained to me by the instructor. So as you can see, this was the egg that I mentioned before in my previous videos. When I went in there, I was told exactly what the benefits would be from mind resetting, from recovery from the Epsom salts, which I mentioned before, and the spine decompression, which I didn't realise was such a pertinent thing until I was actually explained about it, which is good for me, clearly. So when you first come in, you basically go through a little procedure. You have to have a rinse off in the shower first to make sure you've not got any excess oils or deodorants or perfumes on you. And then you basically strip off, go into the tank. You've got the option to either keep the lid open or have the lid closed and turn the light off. And I wanted to go for the full experience, so I done everything. I had the lid shut, the light off, and immediately getting in the tank, it's weird because you still feel like you should be able to feel the bottom and then sort of raise up, but as soon as I went to sit in, my body just lifted straight up and I was like suspended a little piece.
So we've got the old music playing for the first 10 minutes, and that drowns off to completely deprive all your senses. Now to get in, I've got to put these earplugs in, again to block out all the noise. A little fresh bit of water before I go. And then I'll tell you what side I want to get out.
Close the lid, shut the light off, so you can't see anything. It's literally completely pitch black. There were times in there where I was starting to semi-hallucinate, like whilst being in and out of consciousness. I couldn't tell if my eyes were open or shut by this point, and because it was so dark and my mind had nothing, it couldn't sense anything, I started imagining little white butterflies were just coming past and stuff. It was weird, but then sometimes I was going into a state of drilling my posing routine, which was good because there was no outside distractions there, or I was going into like sort of a dream state and then coming back around a little piece. But yeah, it was really good. So another thing that was happening whilst I was in there, after probably about 40 minutes, I'm not sure on the time exactly, but once my body had completely relaxed, because you have to let yourself relax whilst you're in there because you're just suspended and your body's not touching anything. Once it had completely relaxed and I had the earplugs in, as I was semi under the water with the earplugs, I could hear like little pops and cracks and stuff that my body was making, and that would just be all my joints and stuff. Because there's zero pressure whatsoever, it was allowing the joints to release, so my spine was probably decompressing. I could feel my shoulders and everything that had never had that pressure relieved just sort of easing out, which was really good as like a big reset. The only other time that you would have ever felt something similar to that is probably when you're in your mum's womb, so that's the only sort of weird way I can explain how this felt. You just felt no senses whatsoever. So finished, just come out and had my shower with all the natural shampoos and the conditioners and the body wash, and I feel
refreshed. I actually feel really refreshed. One thing I didn't realise was going to happen is how, after doing this, and the salts and how using all these natural products, my skin feels so like silky, which is weird, like really, really soft. It feels very different, I don't know. It's really good. So it's just another little tip if you've got more skin or something. This would definitely help out your skin. But yeah, I'll explain it more on the video when I'll come around a bit more, still a bit, out of it, but yeah, catch you in the video.
So upon coming out of the pod, your body and yourself does feel completely refreshed. Like before you come out, when it's your last 10 minutes, the music of the natural sounds will start to come back on, so that's like indicating and bringing you sort of out of that trance mode, and you have to then go and have a shower because of all the Epsom salts, the excess that's now on your skin. You wash them off and they provide you with natural conditioner, natural shampoos, natural body washes, all of it just completely natural, free from absolutely everything. It's just purely like plant-based. If you've got bad skin or like you've got a couple of spots or something like that, I feel like this will really help it, because it's like the Epsom salts in the water must just really benefit from that, because I came out feeling and looking a lot clearer. My skin was just a lot smoother. So I do highly recommend the flotation therapy for sure. Like I say, I've got another one booked in for myself, and if you are local, I would recommend joining up at Reps Gym. Not only is that the best gym that I've actually been to, hands down, and I've been to hundreds all around the world, but they also offer outside discounts on other things, such as the flotation therapy. So they offer a huge discount, which is at 50% of what you would normally pay for a session. So yeah, get yourself down to Reps Gym if you're living local, and if you've got any other sort of forms of recovery which are sort of out there, please put them into the comments, because I'd love to try something else new. Just to keep you updated, I have been working on them courses online, which I've mentioned before. That's just going to help expand my knowledge and get the tick in the box for the nutrition sort of things. So that is going to wrap up this episode, and I'm going to have to get some more food in because I'm absolutely starving. Stay tuned, as I'm going to be posting the video of the spine decompression table and showing you that. And next week I'm only going to be 6 weeks out, which is absolutely crazy. And also after the check-ins for next week, I'm going to be going into a review of this guy here who ate only Big Macs for 50 years and has stayed medically. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on this video. Please comment any questions, statements, whatever. And if you haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe to me so you don't miss out on any of my sick videos that are coming out, because you definitely get more gains when you're watching my videos, obviously. And if you've missed out on last week's video, that's going to be just here. And if you want to see any of the videos from the prep series, that'll just be here. But until next week, let's make some gains. Boom.